Toji Fushiguro is one of the most fascinating characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, standing out as an antagonist. His first appearance occurs in episode 1 of season 2 of the anime and chapter 66 of the manga. At first glance, he seems like nothing more than a ruthless mercenary. Initially, very little is known about Toji. The only established fact is his connection to the Zenin clan. For many fans, Toji is best remembered as a terrible father. A man who abandoned and completely disregarded his son, Megumi Fushiguro.
Who's Megumi?
But is that all he was? Could it be that Toji was more than just an absentee parent and a selfish gambler? Despite the negative first impression he gives, Toji plays a crucial role in the overarching story of Jujutsu Kaisen. Without his interference, the connection between Satoru Gojo, the Star Plasma Vessel, and Master Tengen would have remained intact, drastically altering the course of the narrative. Had Master Tengen successfully merged with the Star Plasma Vessel, Satoru Gojo might never have awakened his reverse curse technique, and Suguru Geto may have never descended into darkness. This means that the events of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 could have played out differently, or perhaps never happened at all. Additionally, Kenjaku, one of the most significant antagonists in the series, may never have had the opportunity to set his plans into motion. Thus, understanding how a character with relatively little screen time can have such a massive impact on the story is essential in appreciating the depth of Jujutsu Kaisen's world building. Toji Fushiguro was born into the Zenin clan, a family that values power, tradition, and dominance in the world of Jujutsu. However, he was born with a heavenly restriction, a rare condition that left him with absolutely no cursed energy. In a clan where strength is determined by the quality of one's jujutsu abilities, Toji was seen as a complete failure. Despite this, his lack of cursed energy came with a significant advantage. His physical abilities were enhanced to superhuman levels. His reflexes, durability, and sheer strength were far beyond those of an average sorcerer, making him an anomaly in the world of jujutsu. From childhood, Toji faced rejection from his family. He was an outcast, treated as unworthy, and likely suffered emotional neglect. This rejection shaped him into someone who trusted no one but himself. Eventually, he abandoned the Zenin name altogether and took the surname Fushiguro, which came from his wife.
How about it, Zenin? Want to get in on the assassination of the Star Plasma Vessel?
I'm not a Zenin anymore. I took my wife's name. It's Fushiguro now. But sure.
This change of name can be interpreted as a symbolic act, a way of severing ties with the family that never accepted him. By renouncing his Zenin heritage, Toji was effectively stating that he did not need the clan's approval to establish his own identity. Toji eventually became infamous in the underground world as the Sorcerer Killer, a feared mercenary who specialized in taking down jujutsu users. Despite having no cursed energy, he was able to outmaneuver and defeat some of the strongest sorcerers of his time, relying solely on his enhanced physical abilities and an arsenal of cursed tools. He was well aware of how others perceived him, often referring to himself as a monkey. During his fight with Suguru Geto, he mocks him by saying,
You have the blessing of parentage. But even with that blessing, you were both beaten by a monkey like me who can't even use cursed techniques. You want to live a long life, don't forget that.
This statement is more than just taunting. It's a reflection of Toji's deep-seated resentment. Having been discarded by the Zenin clan, he was determined to prove that he was stronger than the very people who deemed him worthless. However, this pride was also his downfall. One of Toji's most notable traits is his addiction to gambling, which further illustrates his self-destructive tendencies. Gambling can often be linked to emotional distress, social isolation, and a desperate need for validation, all of which are present in Toji's past. For him, gambling may have been more than just a pastime. It was a way to take control of his fate, to defy the life that had been imposed upon him. In many ways, his entire existence was a gamble, constantly teetering between survival and destruction. However, when he met Megumi's mother, things changed. For a brief time, he found a sense of stability and belonging, and he abandoned his reckless habits. Unfortunately, her death shattered this fragile peace, and Toji fell back into his destructive lifestyle. Toji's relationship with his son, Megumi, is one of the most tragic aspects of his character. At first glance, his decision to sell Megumi to the Zenin clan seems like the ultimate act of selfishness. However, there's more to it than simple greed. Toji was aware that Megumi had inherited the Ten Shadows technique, one of the most powerful abilities in the Zenin clan. Unlike him, Megumi would not be treated as a failure. In his own twisted way, Toji believed he was securing a better future for his son. He knew that someone without cursed energy couldn't properly train a sorcerer, so he left Megumi's fate in the hands of those who could. This is later reinforced during his final battle with Megumi, where he asks for his name, and upon hearing that Megumi did not take the Zenin name, he simply says,
Hey, you. What's your name?
Fushiguro.
You mean your last name is not Zenin? That makes me glad.
This short but powerful statement suggests that Toji was relieved that Megumi was able to escape the clutches of the Zenin clan and forge his own path. Toji Fushiguro is one of the most realistic villains in fiction. He is not an evil mastermind, nor does he seek world domination or destruction. Instead, he's a broken man, shaped by trauma, pride, and a desperate need to prove himself. His downfall was not due to lack of strength, but rather his own arrogance. He could not accept defeat, and in the end, it cost him his life. However, despite his many flaws, he was not a completely heartless father. In his own misguided way, he wanted Megumi to have the opportunities he never did. Ultimately, Toji's story teaches us that pride can be both a source of strength and a fatal weakness, and even the most flawed individuals can still leave behind something meaningful.
Strange what desire can make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd
Oh, speaking of blessings, that's right, I almost forgot. I named my cursed spirit Megami.